Hello everyone! So today I'm going to be doing my October wrap up. I didn't read a lot this month because for some reason I went through a huge reading slump, which is so strange because normally in the fall and winter time I want to read even more than like in the summer and spring because it's just like the atmosphere is so cozy. But for some reason this October I just hit a huge reading slump. I am out of it now. I've been out of it for a few days and it's felt so amazing to read, but I only have 2 books on this wrap up, which I'm really sad about, but I am still excited to talk about the 2 books I did read and my current read. So let's get right into it. The first book I completed this month was The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I do not have a physical copy of this book because I read it for AP Lit and I already turned it back in. So The Road is about this boy and his father who are in this apocalyptic type of world, you might say. They kind of have to avoid any type of humans because they could be bad guys. That's what the book calls them. And if you're really into like zombie books or zombie movies, this would be a good book for you because it's very similar to what it would be like if zombies were existing and it was kind of every family, every man for himself type of situation. The first 50 pages of this book, I was like, oh no, this is going to be so boring. How am I going to get through this? But after I hit about the 50-page mark, I got so into this book. I was in love with it. It was so interesting and it had me on the edge of my seat. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason I didn't give it a 5 is the first 50 pages was so slow and I just didn't really feel that connected to it to give it 5 stars, but I still really enjoyed it. I would highly suggest if you read it around the fall time because it gives you a really uneasy feeling. It's just a very autumn book, I guess you could say. But yeah, I enjoyed The Road a lot more than I thought I would. The next book I read this month, and the final book I read this month, was Zero's Journey. This is based off of Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's a manga, and I've never read manga before. Back in the day, like in middle school, I was really into anime, but I just watched it. I never read any books, and so it was a little hard for me to get into, I feel like, just because I'm not used to it. I did give it 3 out of 5 stars. I found it cute and enjoyable, but it was just, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't anything really spectacular. It was really similar to the movie, like there wasn't much creativity in that way. I mean, it was just like Zero going to Christmas Town, but it still was really cute and enjoyable. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars, and I would recommend checking it out if you are a Nightmare Before Christmas fan because yeah, you get to see Jack and all your favorite characters again. So my current read is Pet Sematary by Stephen King, which is pretty disappointing considering this was a current read in my September wrap up. I was in a very, very, very big reading slump, and I don't think I need to say any more because I think all bookworms can understand this. So I am really, really enjoying this book. But yeah, I just can't really explain a reading slump. Even if you really love a book, sometimes you're just in such a big reading slump that you can't even pick it up, and that was what I experienced this month. But this book is still really good and definitely expect to see it in my November wrap up because I'm loving it. It was just the reading slump just stopped me from really getting in the world. But now that I'm out of the reading slump, I'm really enjoying it again, and I definitely could see this being a 5 out of 5 star read. So sadly, that is it for this wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very short wrap up. Sorry if you see all this stuff. It kind of got ripped off in the washer. It used to say happiness is a cup of coffee and a good book, which is kind of funny because I'm drinking tea in this cup. But yeah, this side still looks nice, but this side, the very first wash just got destroyed. I don't know why I just started talking about my mug. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!